Hey everybody, hope you're all doing well. I wanted to make this video to tell you that I just listened to my website, needlebeatsvinyl.com. This Beatles album, Beatles for Sale, a fantastic Beatles album. This happens to be a stereo pressing from the UK. Now, I've been working on Beatles for Sale for a long time now. When I say a long time, I mean like 3 or 4 months, really, honestly. 3 or 4 months I've been picking up as many different pressings of this as I possibly could, all stereo pressings, by the way, and just trying to find the best sounding one. Now, I know I talk about this a lot, but this is an amazing example of how you can have two identical, and when I mean identical, meaning every single marking on this record and this record, they are the exact same. Exactly. Same stampers, same everything. In fact, this one, it has HTM etched on side 1, and this one has HTM etched on side 1, but does not have it on side 2. Now, both these records are identical, and as far as the same grading as well, the condition of the record, they're both near mint, really, really clean. But the one that I have listed on the website is so much better than this one, and there's no rhyme or reason for this other than each pressing is just so unique to itself. You can have the exact same conditions, the same stampers, the same day, the same pressing plant, but you will get records that sound better than the other ones. And this is such a fantastic example. I wish I could actually record examples on YouTube here, but of course they would take it down in a second. But this one on the website, it sounds absolutely amazing. And this one, which has the exact same stampers, while it doesn't sound bad in any way, it just is a lot more flat, is how I would describe it. It doesn't really have as much life. It definitely doesn't have as much bass. And it seems like it's a little bit of a thinner, actually thinner and more narrow is what I should say, as far as the stereo image is a little bit more narrow. Now, the one on the website, which is this one, it has the opposite of everything I just said for that one. Now, this one is amazing as far as it has a lot of life. It has that warm analog feel to it, has really good bass, has really fantastic highs, and the stereo image is very, very wide. Now, this is exactly how you want to hear Beatles for Sale in stereo. I will make another video talking about Beatles for Sale in mono, because I am working on getting a Beatles for Sale mono copy on the website as well. But for now, we're just going to talk about the stereo. So let me show you what this one looks like. And it's a mid-70s pressing, a UK pressing, as a motorcycle goes whizzing by, which is pretty standard for my videos. There's side 2, and this is an absolutely near mint condition. And like I said, it has HTM on one side, but not on the other. And it's just a fantastic listening experience. Now, Beatles for Sale, in my opinion, is one of the most, if not the most, overlooked Beatles albums. Now, I know really Beatles albums are not overlooked at all because they're the Beatles, and so all their albums are really celebrated. But I think within their catalog, Beatles for Sale gets overlooked the most, probably. And I think it also, in my opinion, I think Beatles for Sale is the dark horse within the Beatles catalog. It is a very, very powerful album. It's a very kind of a dark, melancholy album. And it also has a lot of cover songs on here that I think are some of their best cover songs. For example, like Rock and Roll Music and Words of Love. Both those songs I like a lot. And they sound excellent on this pressing, especially Rock and Roll Music. Rock and Roll Music on here is really, really rocking. It's very, very cool. So anyway, this album is on the website, needlebeatsvinyl.com, and it will go quickly, folks. So head on over there, check it out. And it's just a fantastic pressing. Now, I should say, I did have a Beatles for Sale on my website really, really, really early on. I think like the very first week that I launched my website, I had a pressing of Beatles for Sale on the website, and I had it for like, I think it was like $40 or something like that. Now, it was not the best sounding pressing of Beatles for Sale. It was what I would call like a second or third tier pressing. It was very, very close, honestly, to this one right here that I don't have on the website at the moment. But that was back when I was still kind of figuring out how I wanted to do my website, in the sense of should I have second and third tier sounding pressings on the website and sell them for a lower price. But then eventually I just decided I'm just going to have the best sounding pressings on the website and not worry about the second or third tier titles. That being said, in the future, I might sell some second and third tier sounding titles on like a different part of my website, like maybe like a discounted section or whatever. I'm still kind of trying to figure that out. But I really want to just concentrate on the best sounding pressings and not, sell second or third sounding pressings, because while they might sound good, while they do sound good, I should say, to me, I just feel better knowing that this is the best pressing that I can offer you guys. And I just know deep inside that all the stuff I listen to, I know in my heart, this is the best one. And by the way, when I say I listen to a lot of Beatles for Sale copies, I listen to probably, and I'm not exaggerating here, probably 23 different pressings of this album. A lot of these mid-70s UK pressings, a couple of Japanese pressings, a couple of German pressings. And by the way, the German pressings sound good as well, but the UK's beat them out by quite a large margin, just in the sense of overall just the warmth of the warm analog sound that I think is so important to these Beatles albums. I also should say that I did listen to, for reference, some of the early UK pressings with the Parlophone black and yellow label, and those do sound really, really good, but those are insanely expensive and really, really hard to find in good condition. So I don't even include those in my listening whatever test I do. I just use them as kind of like a reference point. And I have to say that this pressing is not far off from the original UK pressings that I heard. And in fact, this is, as far as condition goes, it's 10 times better than almost anything you will find as far as an original UK Parlophone pressing, unless you want to spend like upwards of like $500 to $1,000. So this is the one for you if you are looking for a great sounding pressing of Beatles for Sale, the stereo mix. So head on over to needlemeetsvinyl.com and check this one out. And I know I said I was going to have my Beatles 10 facts video for Sgt. Pepper this week. I just didn't get around to it. I was actually ended up recording a lot of my own music and just kind of passing the time, trying to mix things up a little bit and do some different things, as opposed to what I've been doing for the last like 4 weeks, which is the same thing every single day, which was just listening to records for the website and then making videos for my YouTube channel. So trying to mix it up a little bit, but I will be posting the Sgt. Pepper 10 facts video sometime next week. So stay tuned. And until then, go to the website, needlemeetsvinyl.com, and stay healthy, stay happy, have some fun, and we'll talk to you soon. So bye for now.